Hi everybody, welcome to Chalk Pretty Things. I'm Debbie and I'm here to craft with you tonight. Tonight we are going to get started by heat setting the shirt that we made last night. So last night we used ink to place a design on this t-shirt and we let it set overnight so it is dry. Our next step is to remove the ink mat from within the shirt. And the ink mat is just a piece of sticky plastic that keeps your mat, your material from moving when you are chalking, so it stays put, and it also protects the surface below from getting ink on it. So if the ink were to go through the fabric, the top layer of fabric, it's a barrier to the bottom layer of fabric. So we're going to take our ink mat out because we do not want to heat press with that in there because it would melt. But our next step is to heat set it so that it will become permanent. So there's a couple different options you have for this. If you're using a regular iron, you can heat it up to a medium heat without any steam, and you can place parchment paper over your design, which I have to look for anyway here, and you can move your iron over it for about 4 minutes on each side. I have an easy press, a Cricut easy press, and so what I'm going to do is heat it up to 350 degrees, and I am going to let it sit there for 30 seconds with the barrier of the parchment paper in there, and then I'm going to flip it over and heat it for another 30 seconds. So here we go. Oh, let me get my comment pinned really quickly. And tonight I'd like to give a giveaway away. So if we get enough people that comment and follow and like the page and share it, then we can do a drawing at the end. I can pin tonight, yay! Okay. So in order to get entered in tonight's drawing, you're going to need to follow and like the page, comment the word wreath, wreath is the word tonight, and that will send you a link to the Chalk Couture products used in tonight's project, and then you're going to want to share the video. And also you have to be on at the end of the video when we draw to be a winner. So we'll see how it works tonight. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, my easy press is heated to 350. I don't know if you guys have ever used an easy press, but I really like it. It's heavy. It's just like a big iron. It's heavy. But 350, I've got it set to 30 seconds, and I'm just going to leave it here for 30 seconds. Let it heat up that ink and make it sink into the fabric so that it becomes a part of the fabric, and it will then be permanent. Once it's heat set, you can wash it, and it will not fade, it will not run, it will not disappear on you. It will be permanent. So that's what we're doing right now. I like to let my projects sit overnight so they dry. You could blow dry them or use some kind of a heat tool to heat them a little bit to get it done quicker if you have a need to. But I kind of like just to let it be on its own. Okay, now this is very hot. You can probably see the steam running out, rising up. I'm going to flip it inside out. And you know, I think I'm going to, no, I don't need that now. I'm going to flip it inside out. And we'll heat press the other side. Okay, and you can see how this bled. Can you guys see right here how it kind of started to go through the bottom layer? It went through the top layer, but it didn't reach the bottom layer because I had that ink mat in there. So if I didn't have that barrier, it would have gone through and you would have had it bleeding on the back. So 30 seconds for this side also. I don't have to hold it or anything. It's a pretty heavy iron. Not that you need any pressure, but it is heating it up. It seems like the time just flies by on this easy press. I really like it. That's great. And I really like the mini one even better. Anyway, 5 seconds left. And I can turn off my easy press, move it out of the way, let it cool down a little bit before I put it away. This was just a silicone mat, by the way, just to help. I've got like a plastic self-healing mat on my table. This helps dissipate all the heat. It takes the heat so it doesn't melt your table. I still don't like that I'm working on plastic with it, but it does help a little bit of protection. I'm gonna flip it back inside out for you guys. Wow. Okay, so here it is now. And before I heat pressed it, I could kind of feel a little bit of a rough texture to it because it was, you know, it's ink and chalk form. But now it's like into the fabric. It's not going to peel or anything like vinyl. It's in the fabric. So here is our finished shirt from last night. Let your dreams be your wings. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside with my ink mat. And now we're going to get started for tonight's craft. Let's see. I have this wooden wreath. I got it from Michael's. And it's going to be the base of our project tonight. I'm kind of debating where I want to start with this. Here's my idea. I have this wooden wall shelf that I got from Dollar Tree. And it's really cute. And I think, you know, if you were to hang it like it shows in the picture, you could hang stuff on it and hang it from your ceiling or whatever. But I was more interested in it as something, a surface to chalk as a sign. So let's see if this will work. I'm going to go ahead and heat set this. Oh, it's gone. Okay, so right now, well, it's a little tangled up here, but this is how it was meant to be, a hanging shelf, which is really cute. But I thought that if we removed the strings, it would be a perfect fit for something to go on this wreath across the middle. So that's what I'd like to do. Let's see where the perfect point is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut off or unknot. Maybe I could just unknot these strings. Yeah. I can unknot these ends and pull the strings out. And perhaps I'll find another use for those later. You know, we hate to, us crafters, hate to throw anything away because we're always looking for odd little bits and pieces to use for things. Okay. So what I thought we would put on this piece of wood is a welcome transfer, which I'm rolling over on the ground. So I have this welcome transfer, and there are 5 different welcomes on here, different fonts and different sizes. So I'm going to see which one fits the best. I believe it's going to be this center one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this up. Get my transfer scissors. Open up this package. Hi, Phil. How are you doing? I know you've got to be busy, busy, busy. And excited. So here's the one I really wanted. way, I am going to put these transfers back in the bag that I'm not going to use. So tired, I bet you are, Phil. Gosh, what a day. What a day. An early start, lots of work, lots of physicality. And yeah, it's not going to get better for a couple days, I'm afraid. But then you can rest. Okay, the first step in doing this transfer is we're going to peel it off the backing. These are reusable silk screen transfers, and they are sticky on the back. We want it to stick, but not so hard that we have to rip it off and either stretch the transfer or hurt our surface. So we're going to go ahead and fuzz this a couple times. It's the first time using it, and so I think 2 times is okay. It doesn't feel too awfully sticky. I'm going to try, hi Rebecca, I'm going to try to center this as best as I know how. Well, something's a little uneven on here, either the sign or my table. Looks like it's going up a little bit. This is what takes the most time, guys, is trying to placement of the transfer. Okay, now this is a piece of wood, but it's like that MDF wood. It's pretty smooth. It's like the fake wood, the MDF stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and use my black velvet paste. It's one of the new formulas. I'm going to stir it up just a little bit to make sure it's okay, and it is good. It's great. So what I'm going to do is just smooth it on my transfer, and since this is a silk screen transfer, the paste is going to go right through wherever that white silk screen is, and it's going to go onto my surface. And it doesn't take a lot of paste. It may look like it is, but really we're going to scrape most of it back off and put it back into our jar. We just want to make sure we have even coverage in that silk screen so that we don't have any skip spots. And it looks good to me. This is what it looks like right now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a cloth ready to put it on. I'm going to go ahead and peel it up. And let's see how it comes out. I'm going to go slowly because if there's any spots, this is coming out really nice. Any spots that didn't come out right, I can put it back down real quick and chalk over them. But I can say success on this one and be very happy about it. That paste is done. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It looks great. Look, there's no skip spots, nothing got missed. I do have black on my finger, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead, I placed my dirty transfer on this drying mat. It's absorbent, so I'm just going to go ahead and spray my transfer with plain regular water for now, so that when I clean it, it'll have a head start. So I am going to put it over here. Now that's one area I was going to chalk. Now the next thing, the other idea I had for this wreath, and I'm not sure how this is all going to work out, but we'll see, is I got one of these little bird houses from the Dollar Tree. It's just very simple, natural, lightweight birdhouse. So I'm going to keep my frame natural. This board looks natural. I'm going to put some beads on this frame, and they're going to be natural. So I also wanted this birdhouse to look pretty natural. So, but I wanted to decorate it a little bit. And there were a couple options I had. The first option I had was to use these transfers from our home kit. It's House Patterns Kit. This transfer has a bunch of patterns for our house cutouts, and I thought that would be really cute on the birdhouse. but it is out of stock. And so I wanted to try and find something else that you guys, if you were interested, that you could see how it turns out if it were in stock. And I decided that this bloom transfer has some leaves in it, and I am going to go ahead and see that. Now it's a very large transfer. This is a very tiny little house, but I am going to go ahead and see how it works anyway. I thought I would do the roof of the house just with, I was thinking either brown, this is bark, kind of dark. I like this Harvest, Shimmer Harvest a lot. It's kind of like a golden yellow and it's shimmery. Very nice, except I think I wanted a little more color. So this is eucalyptus and it's a green, but it's a very, very subtle green. I don't think I've used this lately. Let me check the texture. Oh yeah, it's really hard. And once again, I should have checked my paste beforehand. But even though it's hard and chalk paste does dry as it gets unused, it will evaporate a little bit, some of that moisture, but it will come back to life if you add a little distilled water and stir it up. And it may take, you know, a couple seconds. You may have to work with it for a couple minutes, not minutes, maybe a minute or two to get it the consistency you want. Now you want it to be the consistency of a yogurt or sour cream because it'll be spreadable. Right now it's very thick, and while it may spread, it'll spread like a hard stick of butter where it's too thick. Like a stick of butter that just came out of the refrigerator. And you know how you try and put that on toast thinking that the toast will melt the butter? It never melts it enough. So you want the effect that softened butter would have on a piece of toast. You want it to kind of go into those grooves and into the silk screen and make a connection. You guys like that analogy? I don't know if I'm a chemist or a baker or what I am. Maybe an artist, I don't know. Still mixing though, still mixing. And I should have just done this ahead of time so it would get creamy dreamy. Might need just a little bit of water. Okay. And I'm kind of excited about this project. It's, you know, I like a lot of color. And this project, well, I'm going for a natural look, but then I'm going to add some colorful flowers. So I hope it'll turn out good. Another aspect of this is I'm going to need to glue on some beads, and so I'm going to start my glue gun. And hopefully my battery will last. Okay. You know, I don't think I'm even, oh, maybe I will. I was going to say I wasn't going to fuzz this, but I will. I'm just going to do it. Since I'm only going to use a little piece of it, I'm going to roll it back and put my fuzzing cloth on top of it. Rub it down and peel it off. Oh yeah, this one is pretty sticky. It's probably a good thing we fuzzed. Okay, so I'm just going to do the roof of this house. So I'm going to go ahead and line it up. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's on there and there's no bubbles. And I'm going to get a squeegee. I'm just going to smooth this on. Yeah, it's spreading really good, actually. One thing is if your paste isn't properly hydrated, it'll dry very quickly, and then you can have some problems with it coming up in the silk screen instead of staying on your surface. This is such a small surface that I think will be okay. Okay, I'm going to peel it off. Look how cute, guys. I love it. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to try and get the top of that little line up to the top of the roof line. Okay, and I'm going to try to get it to stick. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm going to smooth on some paste. And notice I didn't clean this transfer in between times. You don't always have to. The only thing you need to worry about is if you're moving the transfer around, once you stick it, it may have some paste on the back side of it that's going to make a mess for you. Now I feel like this went on pretty good. And I'm pretty confident that will be okay. I'm going to peel it off, except when I just folded it over on the other design. We'll see. Yeah, it came out good. It came out really good. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. I'll clean that in a minute. I don't know whether this little house needs anything else to decorate it. I mean, I could use the chalk paste to paint it. I could do a couple things, but really, I think that might work as far as enough. That might be just enough for it. Okay, so I'm going to get my heat gun going. I'm going to move my easy press out of the way. It's kind of big and I'd rather have the space. Put my house aside, put my welcome sign aside. Okay, now here comes another part that's going to be a little bit of tediousness. And that is, I've got these really large, I'm going to clean my fingers, really large 2-inch wooden beads that are unfinished. What'd you guys have for dinner tonight? I feel like I'm just jabbering and going on. I'm not, working with you guys. What'd you have for dinner? And did you cook it or did you go out to eat? Okay, I got these beads from Amazon. And they're 2 inches. They're very big. They're half circles. My idea is to place them around the perimeter of the circle as much as I can. Chinese. Oh, that sounds so good, Phil. No cook. No cook. No, I don't think you'll be cooking for a while, actually, Phil. I hope not, at least. Yeah, we had meatloaf. Meatloaf. It was very, very, very good. There's a couple things that I don't cook much. Homemade pasta primavera. Wow, that sounds great too, Rebecca. Awesome. So does that have meat in it at all, Rebecca, or is it a meatless pasta? I love your brother's meal. Well, I'm not a big cook, but when I do cook and I cook meatloaf, it can beat your brother's meatloaf. But he keeps trying to perfect it, and I think he's got it perfected now. I haven't made one in years, but he made it tonight. It's meatless. Okay, that sounds great. I love pasta. It's something that can be dressed up so many different ways. It's great. But yeah, the meatloaf tonight was very good, very good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue on my first bead. And, these are kind of heavy beads. Maybe I'll use kind of a lot of glue. I don't know. We'll see. And these have got a pretty grain to them. I think I'll just glue them. I'm the best cook, you just don't like to cook, and Paul doesn't let you. Yeah, I used to be good at baking. I used to be good at desserts. And now I don't eat that many desserts. You can add a protein, but I went vegetarian and used chickpea bow tie pasta. Chickpea bow tie pasta. Huh, I've heard of whole wheat pasta. I haven't heard the chickpea. So vegetarian, so okay. I was gonna say I've heard of whole wheat. That would be vegetarian still, wouldn't it? Or does it have like, yeah, that would be vegetarian. But chickpea bow tie pasta, I love bow tie pasta. I like bow tie pasta in like a crab salad. It just kind of, I don't know, it works together for me. I love that. So Rebecca, if you're vegetarian, do you eat fish at all? Like, would you eat crab? Or are you completely non-animal based? Gluten-free, okay, yeah. Well, I should say my husband's gone a little more, he's diabetic, so he's trying to eat better or differently or whatever, trying to make his system happy and stuff. So there's been a little experimentation in this house, for sure. My chocolate cheesecake was the best in the whole world. Yeah, it is. Do you remember that one, Phil, that was a Kahlua cheesecake? God, that was good. It was really good. But once again, I don't make those either. Yes, you eat chicken, fish, and turkey. So no beef mainly and no pork. Okay, that'd be doable. Seems like everybody's got some kind of variation of what they eat nowadays. It's hard to get everyone together for a meal if you're cooking, because you have to kind of check and see what their dietary restrictions are. I don't remember the clue one, but now I'm lactose intolerant, so it's too late. Okay, Phil. See, everyone's got something, and I probably do too. I just don't know. Sometimes I think I'm lactose intolerant. And I find that I don't like really big meals anymore. Like, usually I don't eat dinner, I eat breakfast. Today I had 2 breakfasts, thank you, Phil. And then I'll have a lunch, a very early lunch, and then I'm too stuffed to eat. But yet, the weight doesn't fall off. So you can say I'm making up stories here. But really, I mean, I don't ever have dessert, and yeah, but I do like cream in my coffee, and yeah, I'm not too restricted. And even if I eat like pizza, I don't feel that it like drains my energy level out. I'm entertaining? Oh my gosh. You guys, these things are so big. These half spears, they're so, the largest I've ever used. But I always like something that feels heavy. That's why I like a lot of our wooden surfaces, like the wooden house cutouts and the heart cutouts, the trucks, because they are so heavy. But these are so big that they feel great in your hand. They're smooth and they've got weight to them. They're pretty. I have not even burned myself yet today. I'm not even using my fingers. So this is a pretty good craft so far. Da, da, da. Our last bead, guys. I think there were 20 beads in this bag. I got these from Amazon. I get everything from Amazon. Well, almost. Amazon, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Dollar Tree, and Dollar General. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. There's 18 of these beads in here. Okay, so my next thought was I've got this beautiful bunch of flowers, and I don't, distributed by Walmart. I got these at Walmart, and they weren't that expensive, but what I liked about them was that there's so many usable pieces to this. There's 2 of each of the colored flowers, so 2 of the purples, 2 of the yellows, and 2 of the whites, and then there's all that greenery. So I really like that. Okay, so my idea was to do a sprig of flowers. Oh, you know what I didn't think about is where am I going to put this board? I think I'll just put on the back of it maybe. I'm going to go ahead and cut these off right now. I'm not sure what lengths I'm really going to need. I love these colors. Jenny Anthony. Hi, Jen. It's good to see you. I've missed you. Is anyone watching with you, Jenny? Jenny, we're making a wreath tonight. Oops. You guys, I'm so thrilled that I can cut through this wire. I have a decoration that I made way back in December, and it had a wire. It was like a Christmas branch on a wire that I was trying to cut, and I couldn't cut it because it was so thick. And I even got these new heavy-duty wire cutters, and I still can't cut it. The other day I tried to cut it again because it's frustrating me. It's still out here somewhere, and I'm so frustrated that I cannot get those cut. And so I tried the other day again with these new cutters. I still can't do it. So I feel like I'm a weakling when it comes to cutting these wires, because I know these are new clampers, cutters. And one more it looks like. And this may be too much for this. Let's just see. So if I take one purple, a big yellow, a little yellow, and a white, and a big purple, big yellow, a little yellow, and a white. I have another yellow, another white, and some greenery. Okay, so what I'm thinking is tying them all together with some wire. Got this silver wire. Let's try this. And then I was just thinking of putting them on the bottom, but let's see how it goes. I just want to kind of wrap these together. Maybe make it so some of the leaves can pop a little bit. A tree trimmer. You know, that's a good idea. I have a tree trimmer. I have one of those clippers. Yeah, I struggle with it. It's just crazy. Hi, Kathy. I've used all my strength, but it's just really thick. But yeah, that might work. I think I also have a metal cutter. What's it called? Tin snips. I was almost afraid to use those because tin is so small, so thin. I was afraid I'd break the tin snips, but that might be a choice. But yeah, the flower cutters, the tree trimmer things, that might work. It's a good idea. You guys give me great ideas. Okay, so here's one bunch. And try to wrap up the other bunch. I think it looks pretty good. I really like these lilies. And lilacs. I would love to have a lilac bush. Does anybody have a lilac bush in their yard? I don't know where they grow, but I would love to have one. Try not to smash all the leaves down, but I think they're going to be covered anyway. Okay, so yeah, I think these flowers are so pretty, Kathy. I got these at Walmart. It was one bunch, and I'm not sure how much it was. Maybe it was $4 or $5, but you know, I thought, wow, I can use these in so many different ways if I went with the individual colors, individual flowers. I thought it'd be great. Okay, so let me see how I want these. I'm sure I can move these around once I have them on. But this is what I was thinking so far. So let me see if I can get that wired on there. Thanks, Phil. We'll see how it turns out. You know, sometimes you can go astray in one time and sometimes you can't repair it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm just loving these flowers. I love the colors. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need to fluff some of these up and stuff. But that's it so far. But what I want to do is I want to put this welcome sign. I chalked this welcome sign, and I want to, it actually was a hanging shelf, and I just took off the string. So I want to kind of put it in the middle. I want to hide the holes, and I want to get it straight. Sometimes I feel like I'm totally crooked on this whole place. Okay, let's see. So if I go right there, yeah, I think that'll work. One there. That's the end of my glue stick. Let me see. I'll check it before I make it permanent. You guys, I usually when I'm working with hot glue always have a bowl of ice water next to me because I always burn myself. But did I have one today, or was I using my little finger protectors? No, they're right here. So anyway. Leave that down for just a second. Now, let's see, how do we want to finish this off? I wonder if we should put, I didn't think about bows and ribbons. I probably should have. I want to put this little birdhouse on here somehow. So I don't know. So I'm going to have something to cover up where I wired everything. I can put this here. I can put this up here maybe. Wouldn't be real stable though. Do you guys think I should put it down at the bottom or off to the side? Maybe I should do it off to the side here because it can be glued a couple different places or attached. Let me just see what we can do. Oh guys, that burn hurt. Put that there. Let's see what kind of ribbon we have. Purples, yellows, whites. I have a lot of ribbon, guys. It's just trying to find the right color. Hey, why don't we do these two? They might kind of go here. Hi, Crystal. Center of welcome on the, like, Crystal on top. Like here on the top. Or do you think it should go down here on the bottom? Off to the side of the left bottom would be cute. Okay, so under left bottom. If you're looking at left bottom. So right here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I could do that. I could glue it a couple places right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and try. I'm going to use my little finger thing. So, boy, that burn, that's going to be a blister and a half. I can feel it. I'm looking for extra ones now. Let's put it. Ooh, that's a devil of a glue gun. Let's see. So if I put some right here, a little bit right here, it's going to stick to my mat. We'll see how good that's going to stick. I feel like it's a little unstable. Let me see if I can get some under here. And the red yellow will get lost. There's really not any blue in the project. Maybe we'll just do these two. We'll do a bow with these two. I don't think I have any purple ribbon. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how much this goes with it, but I think it'll work. Do you guys think this would go better than the blues? Because this is more of a natural color. And these blues, I mean, there's a little bit of eucalyptus on the house. But this is more of a blue, like a blue-green. Do you think the natural would look better as a bow? I don't know. I think I'm going to go for the color. I'm going to go for the color just to be fun. Okay, so see if I can do this. We've got our tail. We're going to layer them. We've got one loop. Actually, should I do this? I think I'm doing it the wrong way. Let me do it the other way. So tonight I'm going to try and do a giveaway. So to get in the giveaway, you need to like and follow the page, comment the word wreath, W-R-E-A-T-H, and share the video to someone. And then you have to be on at the end when I draw. So let's see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to take it and twist it. Then I'm going to make a loop. It didn't twist very good. Okay, guys, I've done bows 100 times. Okay. Make a tail, make a loop, twist it, hold it, make a loop, twist it, yeah, I think I am going to go for the color. Color makes me happy, and I try to go more neutral, but I really like the colors. Okay. This is kind of a funky looking bow. Well, let's just go with it. I cut these off. I'll trim them up in a minute. I was just getting stuck in them. And I get some of this twine. Well, you know what? I'm going to use the wire again because it's available. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to wrap it in the back. I'm going to tie it pretty tight. Am I missing a loop? I am missing a loop. Untie that, get that loop back in. Okay, I'm going to tie it pretty tight. Let's fix our tails. What am I doing? We're going to dovetail them. this a little shorter. And dovetail this last one. I feel myself making faces whenever I cut anything. It's like, I know I've got to work on not making those faces, but they happen. Okay, so here's our bow, and we're just going to place it right here. I think I'll just use the wire. And tie it on here. My wreath form is stuck to the work mat. There we go. Okay, we got that. Okay, so this, and we're just going to wire it on here. Pretty tight, if I can. Yeah, you know, I actually have a bow maker, Rebecca. I have a, I think it's the Bow Dabber one, and I like it a lot. But by the time I get out all my supplies for a craft, I forget that, and so I just kind of wing it. Oh, wow, I think this came out so cute. My bow needs fluffing and my flowers need fluffing. My bow definitely needs some fluffing and separation. Wow, I love it. I really do like it. Thank you, Rebecca. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, I hope you liked it. If you liked it, go ahead, give it a heart. Let's see. I don't know if anybody shared. Let's see. Ooh. Well, I wanted to tell you about our Club Couture. It is the really cute lemon grove one today. For this month, it's really, really cute. If you decide you want to do Club Couture, it's a monthly subscription group. It's $19.99 a month, and you get a transfer sent to you every day. So, not every day. That would be nice. Once a month. Once a month, you get a transfer and 3 coordinating packets sent to you for $19.99 a month, and your duration of your commitment is 3 months. So if you choose just to do it for 3 months, that's all you need to do it for. But I think you'd love it. I love getting the transfers. They're exclusive to Club Couture members and designers, so you can't buy it any way you want. You know, you have to get it through one of the clubs or become a designer. So if you want to just any further information about Club Couture, go ahead and let me know, and I'd be happy to help you out with it. But here's our project for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you watching, and I'll be back tomorrow night around 6 or 6:30. Thank you. Bye.